Welcome to Hotmess Issue Today, the hit. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and follow me. You can always comment or suggest issues for discussion. Today, I am wearing the war mask, and the topic is prosecuting individuals for war crimes. To me, it just doesn't make sense. Sometimes we're talking about trying to prosecute somebody for a war crime, and the war took place 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago. At some point, you gotta let it go. It's the war. I mean, it's no actual rules of engagement. It's supposed to be, but come on. We can't even follow the rules just playing games. But trying to prosecute somebody for decades later for something they did. Now, I can understand if you find them in the same country where the war took place. That's one thing. But the war is over. The ones you're trying to prosecute or accuse, they've been exiled or they escaped and went to other countries, and now you're trying to get them back. And more, even worse, the country where they're in, the war didn't take place there, and they're trying to prosecute them. That just doesn't make sense. But lately in America, some laws and things have been proposed and changed that any individuals that have been accused of war crimes and they are found living in the United States, they will be prosecuted or deported to the country that's asking to prosecute them. That just doesn't seem like something that we would want to do, because eventually it's going to turn on us. We have a lot of Americans, military guys, that have done horrific things in other countries, and will open up the door for other countries to prosecute Americans. But today, if someone is at war, I can understand if they were found in their country where the war took place. Then, yeah, prosecute all you want. Even in the war that's going on now between um, Ukraine and Russia, they've been Russian soldiers, and some of them that's committed war crimes or just done some horrific things during the war. And Ukraine has rushed to have some kind of judgment and trial. I think they might need to just focus on trying to complete this war first before they try to try individuals for war crimes. It seems to me the war is still going on. Why waste energy on a trial? You can just kill them, because it's part of the war. It doesn't make sense that you have trials, and what's the end of it? You deport them? Well, they probably want to go home anyway. And if you are going to execute them, why waste the energy and time with a trial? Just go ahead and do it and let it be done. Now, once the war ends, and then, you find out that other soldiers or whoever committed war crimes, it should be some kind of statute of limitations if they're outside of that country. Now, as I say, if they still are in the country, I guess you can prosecute them anytime you find them. But if they make it outside the country, it's got to be some kind of time limit that as long as they stay outside of the country, they should be just exiled and, no energy should be put forth trying to prosecute them. And of course, they wouldn't want to come back to that country unless it's a civil war and, there's two sides in the war are fighting at home. But other than that, just let it go. And probably the mere fact that they have to spend the rest of their life away from home under alias names and not being able to communicate and see their family, that's a punishment within itself. But to keep trying to bring these war criminals or alleged war criminals to a court is just a waste. But I don't know. You can tell people one thing, but I guess they're still angry, and that's some way of evening the playing field of what happened during the war. It's just crazy. We still have, people trying to bring Germans to court over the Holocaust and all of those things. And it was a war. I mean, surely somebody on the so-called winning side did some things that weren't within the so-called rules or under the Geneva Convention as well. But I don't hear about any of them being tried or prosecuted for their war crimes. So at what point do you just let it go and, hopefully try to end the war, or in some cases, the side that were the victims, you just try to give them resources and support to bring them back or advance them to make up for what they lost in just having a war. Well, that's my opinion. This has been the Hotmess issue today, the hit. Please subscribe to the channel, like, and follow me.